Today, we're talking about a threat that has been around for decades, yet continues to evolve in ways that can be incredibly dangerous for law firms: phishing. Now, when I say phishing, your mind probably jumps straight to those obvious poorly worded emails, right? You know, the ones promising you $1 million from a long-lost relative or asking you to urgently click a suspicious link. While those still exist, the reality is the art of deception has become far more sophisticated. Cybercriminals are now leveraging new methods for more personal, more convincing to infiltrate your firm and compromise your sensitive client data. And for law firms, your unique ethical obligations, this new frontier of phishing poses external threats. In this video, we're going to break down the modern phishing tactics. We'll explore exactly what phishing and smishing and broader social engineering entail, and why law firms are particularly vulnerable, and most importantly, what concrete steps your firm can take to build a human firewall against these sophisticated attacks. Our goal is to empower you with the knowledge to recognize these threats and protect your firm's reputation and your clients' trust. Let's start with smishing. That's SMS phishing, basically. Phishing attempts delivered via text message. Why is this so effective? Well, people tend to trust text messages more. They're often seen as more direct, more personal, and less likely to be spam than emails. Criminals will impersonate banks, delivery services, government agencies, or even your internal IT support, creating a sense of urgency. A quick tap on that malicious link or calling that fake number can lead to credential theft, malware installation, or giving attackers a direct line to manipulate you further. Next, we have phishing, or voice phishing. This is where criminals use phone calls to impersonate trusted entities. Think a supposed bank representative, an IT help desk agent, or even a senior partner from your own firm, to extract sensitive information or convince you to take action. They might claim that there is a suspicious login attempt on your account, or an urgent survey issue requiring your personal password. They leverage urgency and authority, and because it's a voice, it feels more legitimate. They're banking on you being too busy or too stressed to verify their identity. It's pure psychological manipulation. And underpinning both smishing and phishing and many other cyber attacks is social engineering. This isn't a tactical hack, it's a human hack. It's the art of manipulating people into performing actions and divulging confidential information. Cybercriminals exploit fundamental human traits: our desire to be helpful, our respect for authority, our curiosity, or even our fear of missing out or getting in trouble. They craft believable narratives to bypass your technological defenses and target your most valuable assets, your people. And this is particularly devastating for law firms. Let's face it. So why are law firms specifically prime targets for this sophisticated social engineering attacks? It boils down to a few critical factors. First, the sheer volume and sensitivity of your data. You're handling personally identifiable information, confidential financial data for trust and estates, intellectual property, corporate secrets, and sensitive litigation strategies. This information is incredibly valuable on the dark web. Second, the financial value. Law firms often manage large client trust accounts or facilitate significant financial transactions in M&A or real estate deals. A successful phishing or smishing attack could trick an accounting clerk into diverting millions of dollars in client funds. Third, and this is crucial, the exploitation of trust. Your entire profession is built on trust and confidentiality. Clients trust you with their deepest secrets. Attackers know this, and they will impersonate clients, opposing counsels, or even senior partners within your own firm to weaponize that inherent trust against you. Fourth, you're busy and mobile professionals. Lawyers are consistently juggling deadlines, communicating with multiple parties, and frequently working outside the traditional office. This fast-paced environment and the reliance on mobile communication can make it harder to pause, verify, and identify subtle scams. And finally, your complex web of third-party relationships. You interact daily with courts, opposing counsels, expert witnesses, paralegals, external vendors, and other services providers. Each of these external touchpoints represent a potential entry point for social engineering attack. These aren't just IT problems, guys. They are business problems, ethical problems, and existential threats to your firm's reputation. Let's illustrate with some realistic scenarios. Imagine a paralegal receives a text message, a smishing attempt, purporting to be from a court clerk. It says urgent, and new filing requires your immediate attention. Click here to view documents. The link looks legitimate, but is malicious. Clicking it harvests their login credentials for your firm's documents management system. Now the attackers have a foothold. Or consider phishing. Your firm's accounting department receives a phone call. The caller sounds exactly like a senior partner, even mimicking their tone and urgency. They say, "I'm stuck at the airport. I need you to immediately wire funds for an urgent settlement. I'll send an email confirming it, but do it now." Because of the perceived authority and urgency, the funds are transferred. The confirmation email arrives later, but is also fake. Your firm has just lost hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Beyond direct financial loss, broader social engineering can lead to significant data breaches. An attacker might impersonate a new client contact to gather information about your internal systems or current cases, setting the stage for a more targeted attack. The consequences are far-reaching, from the immediate financial hit to severe reputational damage, ethical breaches that could lead to disciplinary action and healthy regulatory fines. These attackers can dismantle a firm that seems outwardly secure. So how do law firms truly protect themselves from this new generation of phishing? It's a multi-layered approach that combines cutting-edge technology with, crucially, and highly trained human firewall. First, robust technical defenses are your foundation. This includes advanced email and SMS filtering that can detect sophisticated spoofing and robust multi-factor authentication across all systems, because even if credentials are stolen, MFA stops the unauthorized login and endpoint detection responses on all devices. But the most effective defense against social engineering is comprehensive ongoing security awareness training. This isn't a one-and-done seminar. It needs to be regular, relevant, and engaging. At AKAVEIL, our training focuses on teaching your team to recognize the subtle red flags: unusual urgency, slight spelling errors, unexpected requests, implementing strict verification protocols for any sensitive requests, especially financial transfers, requiring a phone call to a known, trusted number, not one provided in a suspicious message, and fostering a firm culture where it's not just okay, but expected to question unusual requests and report anything suspicious without fear of reprisal. We also conduct simulated phishing and smishing drills to test your firm's readiness in a safe environment. Finally, implement a clear, non-negotiable protocols for sensitive transactions. For example, require dual authorization for all wire transfers above a certain threshold, and always mandate verbal verification using pre-established contact information, not details from the potentially fraudulent message. The sophistication of phishing and social engineering attacks is growing. For law firms where trust and confidentiality are paramount, complacency isn't an option. The cost of successful attack far outweighs the investment in robust security measures and ongoing training. At AKAVEIL Technologies, we partner with law firms to build these multi-layered defenses. We help you train your team, implement the right technology, and establish the protocols necessary to protect your clients, your reputation, and your firm's future. Visit akaveil.com to download our detailed guide on protecting your firms from social engineering, or contact us for a personalized vulnerability assessment. Don't wait for a costly lesson. Secure your firm today. Thanks for watching.